Okay, I've sat and I've listened, and I think that there's some things that have to be made clear. Now, I refused to come up at first because I didn't want this to become a debate. I was here for fact-finding purposes. I needed to hear, as a citizen, the status of Memorial Field. Now, a lot has been said about my administration and the original plan. I want to be clear about this because I think that a lot of it, in terms of how it has been addressed, has not only been distorted but borderlines on lies. The first thing is this. Memorial Field, the condition of Memorial Field did not start on January 1st of 2008 when I took office. Memorial Field was already deteriorated and had been deteriorated for some 25 years in need of repair before I got to office. The plan that my administration came with was indeed in conjunction with the county based on a lot of reasons. Number one, there's something that I hear that I think needs to first be clarified. We are now talking about a gap of $5 million. But my plan, the original plan, we had $12 million from the county. Let's be clear about that. Let's be clear about the fact that the plan that was proposed by the Young administration was something that included a series of forums, community forums. And yes, the county did indeed put in initially $1.2 million for an environmental study. It was not Clinton Young who said that the stands were unsafe. It was the state of New York that said that the stands had to be taken down. Period. Now, listen to this. There were people who said that the original plan was too much for the city. That is not true. That is absolutely not true. Just like they're talking about naming rights and fundraising, etc., that was part of the original plan where we would have had the best state-of-the-art stadium for our children in all of Westchester County. It has already been done in New Rochelle, and it could have been done again. However, I want to be extra clear in terms of protocol and respect. When I came into office, there were certain things that I had to change that my predecessor, that I did not agree with my predecessor. That was my right. And I assume responsibility for those changes that I made. The present mayor had the same right to do so. So understand, when the plans changed, the Young administration plan was no longer effective, okay? That was no longer in front of the County Board of Legislators or the county for funding. That's old. That was done away with. And he has that right. I want to make it clear. I didn't want to get into a debate with the present mayor whether he had that right or not. He has that right. He has that right to say, listen, I did not agree with that plan, so it's out. So a new plan, understand, takes you back to square one. That's right. Takes you back to square one. Period. It means new environmental studies. It means everything from square one. What is most disturbing about this is that they cannot present a timeline. Yeah. That's just not fair to the people of the city. It's not. Because we have an example of what was done for the previous plan in terms of a timeline and a budget and everything that was done within a 14-month period from the time I started the process to the time we got the first check from the county was a 14-month period. So we need to continue to ask the questions. I'm all for the renovation of Memorial Field. I'm just as passionate as everybody else who played down there. Just as passionate. What I am saying is this. 3 things. Number one, the Young plan was put aside. A new plan started from square one, period. So now we have to decide if we're going to move forward, and we should be involved with the renovation, no matter what plan it is, That's up to these three entities that are here, okay? The second thing is, it's not difficult to present a timeline in the budget. It is just not. So I thank you, and I just wanted again